every day a cloud day, and it's Russell, the Revelator, back with you once again, with yet another One Piece speculation, a theory. And as you may have gleaned from the title and the thumbnail, we're going to be discussing the beloved Yonko Shanks, and whether his intentions are strictly honorable, or if there may be some more nefarious motives hidden behind the red-haired captain. Oh, and, I might throw around a term like going heel, or turning heel. It's a wrestling business term, meaning to unexpectedly reveal yourself as the bad guy or the antagonist. And as we saw during the wrap-up of the Punk Hazard arc, Luffy declared his intentions to take down. I apologize. Somebody knocked on my door, and I got to do all these in one take. You know what I mean? But anyway, Luffy declared his intentions to take down all four Yonko, including Shanks, setting the stage for the red-haired former member of the Roger Pirates to eventually be included in Luffy's rogue gallery, eventually becoming one, if not the most powerful antagonist our hero has or will ever encounter. But what will be the nature of their battle? Will it be a more or less friendly duel where they know their lives aren't on the line, only the title? Maybe a future action Luffy takes reads like Betrayal to Shanks? That doesn't really seem likely. Or perhaps Shanks has been moving behind the scenes as he most often does. Maybe he even has an alias he uses similar to Doflamingo's Joker alias, and something he does leads to the first Straw Hat death. Oh man. I mean, I love to speculate because you never know where it can lead. But anyway, this is the question I plan to explore in more detail here. Now, Shanks has made limited appearances throughout the story, and as we well know, Shanks is Luffy's role model, his idol, the person he wishes to surpass. And as the audience, we see Shanks through Luffy's eyes as a loving mentor and a friend of our protagonist. All signs we've been privy to so far seem to point to that being a fact. However, as we all also know, this is an amazingly simple literary technique that essentially fools the audience into trusting an individual. We have or in this case, two big dramatic gestures throughout hundreds of episodes, chapters, through years within the story, two actions that make us fail to see the possibility of Shanks being a wolf in sheep's clothing. Two actions that make us trust Shanks with regards to Luffy. Giving Luffy Roger's hat, the hat his name had been associated with for so long at this point, and saving Kobe and Luffy and stopping the War of the Best. These are heroic deeds at face value, but if Oda has taught us anything, it's that looks can be deceiving. I know a lot of people scoff at the idea that Roger's devil fruit was the rubber fruit, but let's just say that it is, that's the case for right now. And let's start at the beginning of Luffy's tale. Now, Shanks being on the Pirate King's ship, we can assume he would probably have known what Gold Roger's fruit was, and had been searching for it possibly since Roger's execution. Shanks has the devil fruit of Goldie Roger, a valuable treasure, so he leaves it open in front of a kid he knows is a little, let's just say, unbalanced, and then he turns his back to it. Weird. But let's just say it wasn't on purpose, and he was just drunk and careless. The rubber fruit being Roger's may explain the anger Shanks showed right after realizing Luffy had ate the fruit. This could also be where his plan was either initiated or conceived to use a young pirate to inspire that young pirate to go out to sea to become a great pirate and come to the new world and find the Yonko. Some may say that, I'm giving Shanks too much credit and he wasn't capable of planning years in advance like that, but we've seen flashes of his brilliance, or at the very least, heightened sense of perception, or maybe even perception hockey, when he saw what would happen to Ace if he continued hunting Teach. And Shanks being a master of Haki, it wouldn't be too crazy to think that he had learned and mastered the perception Haki as well. This would aid in the undertaking of long-term planning of a very chaotic chessboard, like the New World. Now, I'm not saying I wouldn't be shocked. Shit, I'd be flabbergasted if Oda chose to have Shanks turn heel. But given how little we truly know about him, and how important and integral a figure he is to our protagonist and the entire One Piece world, I gotta say it's a possibility. And while researching this, many people were asking me, many people were asking who were thinking the same thing that I'm trying to assert here. We're asking, well, why didn't Shanks intervene earlier in the War of the Best, in the Marineford War? And most people I would see would respond and refer them to the wiki, where it states that Shanks intercepted Kaido so Whitebeard could get to Marineford in time to save Ace. And that very well may be the case, yet it still leaves you with different questions, like how long could that possibly take? Could he not have intercepted him and then when Whitebeard got past, then retreat and follow Whitebeard to Marineford? Because it's not like Kaido's going to go there. You know what I'm saying? He damn sure wasn't going to follow him to... Because he didn't, obviously. Oh, shit. That's right. This just made me think about the most current chapter of manga where Kaido is revealed. He states that Whitebeard did a number on him, not Shanks. Which indicates to me that when Kaido got in Whitebeard's way, Whitebeard sent him flying, like how he flips the map, sends people just flying up into the air, leaving Kaido on some sky island 10,000 meters up, because he jumps from 10,000 meters up and comes down. So where he has been? I guess he's been up on a sky island for 2 years. And I mean, yeah, this is just speculation from a couple panels of manga, but how would the last pirate encounter that Kaido had be with Newgate when we know Whitebeard died 2 years ago, and he's just now coming down and he's still saying Whitebeard did a number on me? I don't know, but anyway. So as I was saying, Shanks very well may have just been waiting for the right time when he could be seen as the hero and get and allow the Marines to get Whitebeard and the Pirate King's son out of the way. I think it's also possible that he didn't know Luffy would be there. And he, because Shanks, he stood to lose nothing if Whitebeard was successful. And he stood to gain a shitload if Whitebeard failed and was killed with his subordinate. Yeah, I mean, by showing up at that precise time, the rest of the pirates watching and listening around the world would see him as a hero and the new strongest pirate on the seas, enhancing his reputation to the level of Whitebeard's. And saving Luffy again was an added bonus, which reaffirms Luffy's faith in him, and he knows Luffy will continue on the path that Shanks set him on. And if I was Shanks, or maybe Oda, I could see Shanks using Luffy to eliminate the other Yonko. To what purpose, you ask? Well, I guess there's only a few valid scenarios. Having Luffy unwittingly knock off the Yonko so that Shanks could then kill Luffy, or work with the government, or government to get him in their custody so that he could become the Pirate King with much less effort. And I guess there's the Hollywood everything always works out type of scenario where after Big Mom and Kaido are out of the way, they unexpectedly have their reunion when they cut down Teach together, I guess, would be one possible scenario. And maybe Shanks knows the current Yonko wouldn't go along with his plans to change the world. And the Gorosei, the people who run the Navy, they said that Shanks isn't one to try to take on the world by himself, but once Luffy is strong enough, Shanks might have the help he needs to try and upset the balance of world power yet again. But truthfully, I'd like to find out that Shanks knows Dragon in a friendly enough capacity that he knew who Luffy was from Jump Street and gave him that fruit purposefully, knowing how Luffy was and his lineage. And Dragon, Shanks, and Luffy are all moving in concert with one another to bring about the destruction of the world government. That's what I'd like to hope is going on. But you never know. So what do you guys think? Do you believe Shanks is an honorable person, that he should be trusted? Or do you feel like, are you expecting him to turn heel at some point? Oda has definitely introduced good people to us as villains. It's not so far-fetched to think he would introduce a few villains as good people. And with that new information, with Kaido saying that Whitebeard was the last person he had interaction with, not Shanks. He didn't say Shanks did a number on him. Like, that, to me, kind of verifies what the main part of our story here. But that still doesn't necessarily mean that Shanks has malicious intent. But yeah, man, leave your thoughts in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe, whatever, man. Do your thing. I love y'all, but until next time, stay free, stay safe, stay armed. This Rev from C9 telling y'all, keep thinking, man. And I'll catch y'all next time. We out.